LEGO! It's cool. And you know what else is cool? Online games. Yeah, that was an intro. Today, we're looking at LEGO games. But not like LEGO Races or Island or the bajillion LEGO games released every single year. I'm talking more about the old online ones. Because if you're like me and was a massive fan of LEGO as a kid, it's more than likely at some point you headed to their website and eventually stumbled across their massive catalog of online games. I'm mostly going to be covering games that I've played in the past because there are so many of these things. Oh my god. Also, big shout out to Biomedia Project for archiving most of these games. None of these will be playable if not for them. They're the real heroes here. And no, by the way, this is not a Flash game video because some of these aren't Flash games. Bam, loophole, I'm still in the clear. So I think the most obvious one to start with is that one game that you vaguely remember playing as a kid but could never find it again because you couldn't remember its name. And trust me, you're not alone, this one took ages to find. LEGO Backlot. You're welcome. The LEGO Island for kids too poor to afford LEGO Island. Based on the LEGO Studios theme, LEGO Backlot sees you, the player, taking control of some random kid who looks like a child version of Clutch Powers now that I think about it, who stumbles into a film set and is forced to undergo slave labor and do the bidding of whoever is too lazy to get their own coffee. And as you can see, we're dealing with cutting edge graphics here. I seriously never had any idea of what to do in this one when I used to play it. I just wandered around talking to the same guy over and over and staring at that until I got bored. And aside from the general environment, the only notable thing I remember is that Takua is in a coffee shop reading the script for the BIONICLE movie. Takua! I would talk more about this one because it's a surprisingly big game, but sadly I couldn't get the game to work without installing a shit ton of malware on my computer. So if someone could let me know how to play LEGO Backlot without giving some person in China my home address, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. I really want to play it again, please. The one I for sure spent the most time on was LEGO's Supersonic RC game, based on the LEGO Technic line that's for big boys only. And this game is awesome. And also took me a really long time to find. How could LEGO try and forget these masterpieces? In this one, you play as an RC car and race around what appears to be a shop? A museum? Why is there a dinosaur? And in a Tony Hawk-esque fashion, try to get as many points as possible by doing sick tricks. Whoa, dude, radical! The controls and movement of the car, as well as the scale of you being a little Lego toy driving around in this massive open area, made this one such a blast to play. And I spent so much time trying to squeeze the most exploration of this environment I could out of that stupid 2-minute time limit. Seriously, this one was so much fun. And it still would be if I could work out how to play it. God damn it, Chrome, why won't you load? Next up is Exoforce Deep Jungle, a game based on the second best LEGO line. Second. Don't think I need to tell you what the best one is. This game has a surprising amount of customization, considering it's, you know, an ad. You have 4 characters to choose from, and then from there you can mix and match the limbs of the mech to change your weapons. And then you get to choose a little sidekick buddy to come along with you on your journey. Apparently though, it seems that something was lost when this game was archived, because a lot of it is undefined. Yep, that's undefined. Dude, undefined is my favorite level. And the controls are undefined to move and undefined to shoot. Got it? The game sees you making your way through jungle environments and blasting the hell out of enemies as you go along. I swear this was a lot cooler as a kid, okay? You can also hack certain enemies and eventually build a little army to come along with you. There's some dialogue that happens whenever you kill an enemy, but it's, you guessed it, undefined. I do remember there being a giant enemy of some sort that I really didn't like at some point. Oh, Jesus Christ! Get the hell away from me, dear God! Now I remember why I couldn't get past level 1, dear God. So yeah, each level is capped off with a boss, each thankfully less terrifying than the last. Because of the nature of the controls though, a lot of the time you just end up hugging them until they explode. Hey, back off, man. No, man, I said back off, okay? No, back off, man! But man, Exoforce was freaking awesome, and yet it barely gets talked about. A line of anime characters with the most dumbass hair fighting against robots and mechs. So many mechs. I only had this set here, and as you can see, over time, I vandalized the hell out of it. I seriously have no idea what this is meant to be at this point, but they're just so damn cool, okay? I put the shield on top of the actual shield. Master builder, that's what I am. One of my favorites as a kid was the Dino Attack game, despite never owning a single Dino Attack set, and also not knowing Dino Attack was a theme until I was writing this video. Featuring sets where a giant military helicopter is fighting a single T-Rex. That seems a bit excessive. In this game, oh Jesus! Okay, so apparently your vehicle accelerates at the speed of light. That's good to know. It's so hard to control. In this game, you have to shoot enemies in an apparently post-apocalyptic city that's been taken over by the worst CG model of a lizard in human history, and make it to the goal without dying. But considering your car does a freaking burnout every time you want to make a turn, it's not as easy as it sounds. But after slaughtering hundreds of lizards, I made it to the end of the first stage. Yeah, captured dinos. Okay. The next level ramps up the difficulty even more by introducing fire-breathing lizards and oh god, what the hell is that? Okay, I realize now that that giant helicopter was definitely needed. I seriously couldn't get past it. I made it through the whole level and this piece of shit just jumps out of the end every time. Well, that was until I found the nuke button. Yeah, that did it. Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. Oh god, no! Still a good game, though. No, shush, you're nostalgia blinded. Of course, another one of my childhood faves was based on my favorite LEGO line at the time. Second favorite. Don't think I need to tell you what my real favorite was. LEGO City, Time to Build. Oh, hey, look, this one's undefined too. Great. So in this game, you just click, and that's the direction your vehicle goes in, toward a goal located somewhere on the map. No, you can't freely drive the car around like I swear you used to be able to. You just click. It's thrilling. Well, until you get to the actual location, that is. What the hell is going on? Is this hell? What is that face? What does that mean? I'm so afraid for my life right now. Someone help. And the missing text just makes this game completely incoherent. Unlike the other ones, this one does not hold up. Mainly because I feel really uncomfortable right now. Please get away from me. Okay, yeah, it's been far too long into the video without talking about LEGO's greatest creation and my personal religion. Bionicles. Bionicles. And man, there are so many Bionicle games, way too many to cover them all. So I thought I'd just do the essential ones. Most importantly, the one you've all been waiting for. The Martinui online game. Yes, you can like the video now. I know you were waiting to see if this one would come up. Can you believe I never played this one as a kid? What the hell was I doing? Get off Minecraft, you dumb idiot, and check out this masterpiece. The Martinui online game was a point-and-click adventure where you took control of the man, the myth, the legend. Okay, that's the last one in this video, I promise. And basically got a first-hand account of essentially the entirety of the first main Bionicle arc, from the awakening of the Toa all the way up to their battle with Makuta. And of course, with some mini-games thrown in there for good measure. They're okay, I guess. But the main appeal is in the characters and story, as you slowly make your way through the world. Or you can just do what this guy does and speedrun the hell out of it. I can't quite state how amazing this game is. There's so much love and effort put into this, and it shines through with a uniquely atmospheric and immersive journey through the Bionicle universe. And there's like 9 chapters, so get comfortable because you're gonna be here a while. So if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go catch up on what I missed as a kid, so I'll see you in about 2 years. What the hell is an Akamai? Another one I vaguely remember loving the hell out of was a series of animations involving the Toa Anika and the Piraka that basically told an abridged story of the 2006 series, as well as containing small interactable segments and mini-games. Kinda like the Martinui game, but without the point-and-click elements and with 1000% more edge. But according to the Bionicle Wiki, which is the definitive source of information, of course, they're not technically a game. So this video is clickbait now, thanks LEGO. But because of that, I can't tell you how hard it was to find these ones. Luckily, my years of being a YouTuber has made me a master detective. Bionicle Piraka turn-based game. Bionicle Anika RPG. No, not that one. Bionicle Piraka Anika fun game. Bionicle Lego. Lego Bionicle flash game. Shooty shoot spooty spoot. But yeah, I tracked them down eventually. And man, am I glad I did. They are so cool. I love the art style so much. Also, Vezok just straight up kills a guy here. Each of these animations, of which there were 6, had a couple challenges spliced in between the story that you could play. And the one I remember specifically was in episode 6, the final one. Because leave it to dumb kid me to start with the ending. Well done, man. Where the Piraka and Anika throw down and someone's gonna die. You have to match the right Anika to the right Piraka based on their elements, as each character has their own strengths and weaknesses. Kinda like Pokemon, actually. You then watch the Toa beat the shit out of the Piraka, or vice versa if you're like me and don't figure out what to do until halfway through playing. Obviously, you do more damage if you play to their strengths and weaknesses, and if you do well enough, you win and finish the story. It's like chess, but with even more punching. And watching the Toa be all like, "Begone, fuck!" is more than entertaining. There was also Glatorian Arena, a fighting game featuring the cast of the last proper Bionicle series. Stars are cool, but no, you don't count. You start as Gresh and tear your way through fearsome opponents in way too many difficulty levels, unlocking a new fighter each time. Which, believe me, is easier said than done. Because this game... wow, this is not like how I remember. Glatorian Arena is probably one of the slowest fighting games of all time. Each of your moves takes like an hour to pull off. It's like watching 2 grandpas try to fight each other to the death. It's playable, don't get me wrong, but it takes a while to get used to the pacing of the fights, which are so slow. You have 2 main attacks, and as a panic button, also have 3 shots of your Thornrax launcher, which most of the time will just miss anyway because the Hunchback of Notre dickhead over here doesn't even need to duck. I had a lot of fun with this one as a kid, and admittedly still a little bit now, but I faced the same problem I did back then. It starts off as pretty entertaining, and then gets kind of frustrating until it's too hard to keep playing. I have no idea how anyone is meant to get all the way there. Plus, each character has their own campaign, so you can't continue where you were with your previous character. Strangely, there's an eerie absence of music during the fights, and all you get is the occasional cheer from the crowd, which gets very annoying after a while. It makes the game feel kind of empty, if that makes sense. The game was meant to tie in with the Glatorian battle game that each of the toys came built in with, but sadly it just wasn't nearly as cool with the toys. Outside of the main fighting, there are a couple of other modes, such as the worst game of soccer ever, and an outside area where you can interact with the Agori, who you can also buy and sell from. And for some reason, Gresh moves at the slowest possible speed. He'll get there eventually. There was a sequel to this game which featured the second wave of Glatorians, though this time you could also flip everywhere, which somehow made it even harder since it means that your opponent can also do that. Stay still, damn it! And yep, they still reuse the exact same crowd effect. The final version was Glatorian Arena 3, which contains all of the characters, as well as a couple extra tweaks that make the game a lot more playable, but still use the same crowd sound, god damn it! Still good games though. Okay, back to normal LEGO. Junkbot is a charming little game where you play as a walking trash can, Junkbot, who is the most precious thing I've ever seen. Your job is to collect the trash scattered throughout each level, and you as the player must assist this little cutie by placing LEGO blocks to forge him a path. What's really cool about this one is that they can only be placed like actual LEGO bricks can, in terms of what can be attached to what. You just gotta be careful that you don't— No! Sadly though, as I'm sure you're all used to by now, this is a puzzle game, so I can't get past this level, please help. Or at least, I never used to get far, because this is another one that I can't play anymore. God damn you can't take Junkbot from me. I bet there's a super easy way to play these games and I'm just an idiot. And last but not least, Alpha Team Arctic Mission. Similar to the Dino Attack game, you take control of a vehicle and your goal is to make your way through levels while killing as much as possible. Unlike Dino Attack though, your car actually doesn't hit Mach 10 the second you hit the gas. Funnily enough though, that's actually a bad thing in this game, since you don't shoot to kill enemies, you just run them over. And there are these ramps that you have to cross by hitting them at a very precise angle and speed. I was stuck here for ages thinking I had to activate something, but no, I just had to jump over it. That strategy got me until this jump, which I could not seem to get over. No matter how hard I tried, regardless of the angle, my guy just plunged into the abyss. Okay, I got this. This is the one. Let's go! Oh, come on! No wonder I got bored of this one so quick as a kid. Now, yes, as usual, there's way more out there that I didn't get to cover in this video. I tried my best to cover the ones that I remember fondly, and I was surprised to find that, unlike the usual, most of them held up extremely well. If you want me to do more, let me know. And of course, I don't have to tell you to let me know about the ones I missed, because I know you do it anyway. Do you know how many LEGO games there are out there? Okay, I'm doing my best. Be sure to visit my Twitter, send anything to my PO box if you want your package opened in a video that no one will watch. And check out my second channel, Button Smashers.
Whoa! Oh, look at the graphics, man.
Thanks, and keep building. Lego on. Stay bricked.